Greetings there, fellow spacebound duplicants. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the very last episode of Oxygen Not Included Bionics. Episode 20, all the way to the edge of space. So because of how fast you move through transit tube, it doesn't really matter if it has to reroute around something. So I'm going to leave the ladder here and reroute it here, but we'll be zooming through it, so it's not a big deal. And then I'm just going to have to move where the ladders are a little bit. Or maybe even destroy the ladders. So the whole point of this transit tube is if we want to get up to space quick, it gets us up to space quick. Oh, I stranded you, didn't I? There we go. Let's get him out of there. Actually, is it, what's the schedule? Yeah, it's fine. He'll just defrag there for a second. So here's the access point, and I will need to run power over to it. But as you can see, it takes a lot of power, so I didn't want to hook it up to the same refinery network, because that would probably overtax the refinery. The other thing is, it's pretty fast to take a fire pole down, so it's not necessarily a terrible idea to have it one way. It will essentially have your power needs for the transit tube system if you tube up and fire pole down. So I might replace the wooden ladder with like a fire pole, so wherever the transit tube exits, we just fire pole all the way back down and save a lot of power on the return trip. So I did mention wanting to just like plow through this cold biome. Say, screw it. Manifest or imminent domain going right on through it. I'll probably end up doing that. Just so that we can get to like here. If we want to make like a telescope or something like that. So if that's the case, let's do it. Let's just punch a hole through the coal biome and then insulate it with insulating tiles once we get through it. And then I'll eventually replace this ladder with a fire pole once the system's done. I will need more plastic, though, because we're almost out of plastic for this. So, you get to turn back on. It's warm. Oh, God. Oh, God. What leaked? I don't have, like, a leak catcher. And I keep... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. For now... I'm gonna build, it's gonna slow the dupes down a lot, but I'm gonna build like a leak catch here. so that we stop blowing up our batteries. I think that's what's happening to the batteries, why I've had to manufacture new batteries, is we end up with water that gets down there from melted ice, and it causes bad things. And oh god, it's really, really bad things. Shamefully, I didn't notice till now. It was probably only just an issue because we just started going through the cold biome. But that's going to be important to build. Yeah, we can literally see the batteries explode. I know. And then, of course, because we're all bionic, it's not very good for us either. So, liquid. That's how we know where to mop. Yeah, I think I got all the liquid mopped. So it's going to be a lot slower to get up here because of this wall, but it will, or floor, I guess. But it will help us tremendously in not blowing up the batteries, because I've been doing that. And we lost quite a lot of batteries, actually. Oh, man. So I'll queue some new ones up. Where did you come from? Yeah, and it's doing what it's supposed to. Truth be told. Since this is almost full, I guess we need more ice boxes. So I'm going to expand my ice box buildings. I don't want a sweepy dock, I need a moppy dock. Alright, we'll need a lot of plastic for that, but that will save us a lot of travel time once built. I guess I need this to terminate exit somewhere. I want to have plastic. So that we can actually exit the tube, because you can't really exit the tube because there's no landing available at the moment. So it has to like hook back down and drop the duplicant out. Yeah, you could also add side exits. True. So I could add a side exit like here for the metal refinery. Once I have more plastic again. Right. But yeah, let's actually add a... I'll add a side exit here so that we can drop to the metal refinery when we want. For convenience. And everything's going to be super leaky. For a bit. Kind of unavoidable because we're plowing through an ice biome and melting the ice in the process. Can't be helped. So that I can build the exit, I'm going to cancel this project so I have access to plastic sooner. I'm still at it. I'll be sleeping in tomorrow. No, I probably won't be sleeping in tomorrow. I'd like to. But that's not realistic for me. Oh, God. What the hell? I don't know what happened to hell here. Something happened. It doesn't look good. It was some liquefiables that spilled everywhere. It's going to slow down movement speed even more, but I'm going to put a wall tile here to keep the liquid contained better. Because we can always walk up and back down. Because this is getting silly. I keep making eco batteries and I keep blowing up eco batteries, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, what the frick? You went over the, you bastard. Fine, fine, fine. There. How's that? Oh my god. Stupid frickin' ice biome. Why does it always rain on me? Yeah. That's what I really need to build, is the insulated tile, because this is just going to keep happening until I remove the ice and stem the tide of the flood. Alright, opening up the overlay. There is not any liquid. Well, alright, it's forming liquid puddles now. But there's no liquid with it. Oh no, that's not true. Trying to clean up all the liquid so that I can not panic anymore. And I'm sure it's going to get worse before it gets better because we need the whole tube. I don't have enough plastic. Bit of a puddle. Wow, we are really going through a lot of oil. And you can see the spill went almost all the way down to the oil biome and turned into... Well, it's not hot enough to turn into steam, but it was quite a lot of spillage. We're up to over 1,000 kilograms of steel now. That's pretty cool. And all the inco banks that we, like, exploded, they're getting replaced. Yeah, it's a lot of ice and snow, true. And it's dropping, warming up, melting, and creating a big old puddles. When am I going to have enough plastic? I mean, plastic takes a while, I get. There we go. So now we have an exit here. And then we can also have an exit at, like, telescope or something. Up there, once it's done. Am I going to vent to space? Right now it is venting to space. At the moment it's venting polluted oxygen, but in order to stop venting space, I can always drywall. I was intending to just like drywall up here so that it plugs the hole. It just vents slow enough that it's not super concerning, and it's also venting stuff I don't particularly want to breathe in anyway. To avoid them yucky lungs. Yeah, gases move slowly. Exactly. So truly venting out to space would take hundreds of cycles. I mean, this here has been venting out to space since I cracked into it, like, I don't know, 10 cycles ago, and there's still lots of gas there, as you can see. Because it barely trickles. Fortunately. Because if it didn't work like that, oxygen not included would be a lot more hardcore. Looks like I'm out of storage. No, that's not true. Just for the Mavic or something. Maybe I need some more Fidos once I have a little bit. Well, no, all my plastics are going to transit tubes. Never mind. That was wishful thinking. But we've almost plugged the hole here, so we won't have any more ice flowing in. Oh, let's turn you off. Did someone... Yeah, someone took a big lungful of our air in here. I don't know what dupe did it, but someone did it. I did mention if it happened again, I would fill it with carbon dioxide, but it's easy enough just to wait for the oxygen diffuser to fix the problem. So, I'm lazy. I'm just going to have the oxygen diffuser do the work. Free algae. Sounds good to me. I could skill boost them a little bit more. I'm not that close to my morale max. For extra booster slots, so I'm going to do that for everyone. So now we have a morale requirement of 9. I don't know what new boosters, though. And that's a new achievement because we maxed out our skill to pay the bills. I think I want to prioritize the construction of this section because it will speed us up having the tube exit point over like building tubes way up here that I'm not really using right now. At least it's not too much more leaky. So the liquid overlay shows all the puddles that needed to be mopped got mopped. I mean, I did make it an emergency, so stands to reason it would be done. Now that this room has fresh oxygen, plastics back on. The entire tube is done. So any polluted ice can be high priority moved. Some things have storage unavailable, like the Mafic. And what I can do in that case is have Mafic rock storage, but sweep only. So that it's only when I absolutely need to move the Mafic rock will we. So I'll put a sweep only Mafic rock here on the right. That way the stuff that's inside the base that should be squirreled away for decor reasons does get squirreled away for decor reasons. Could I add breathable tiles from the Petrogenes to the plastic? I could, but it might bleed steam out of that room. So the polymer press, the Petrogenes, I see what you're saying. So that this carbon dioxide starts to fill this void. That would be really easy to do. But it would start mixing with steam and then condensing. And it's also very easy to do nothing. There's always the advantage of do nothing, be lazy. It's not really a problem if it happens once every 100 cycles. So these boxes here are going to be sweep only, Mafic, and regolith. That way, whatever Mafic rock and regolith did get into the base, like this stuff, has somewhere to go. That way it doesn't impart negative decor indefinitely. And sweep only, so that they're not like trying to clean space. Because there's an infinite amount that, as you can see, from every meteorite strike. So it'd be really dumb to try to prevent. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. They used it. So here you go. I don't know if that was the first rider, but that's what the ride looks like. I'll try to catch it next time. Ooh, that is full. Okay. Zoom. Pretty quick. Especially when you want to get all the way up here, which would be, which would honestly take a while, climbing ladders. And then once the entire tube for up is done, I can replace the down ladder with fire pole, because it's a straight shot all the way down. And there was a surprising a lot of Mafic to clean up. So I think we're vacuum sealed in this tube now. I don't see any missing back tiles. So I think we're airtight again. The breathable oxygen here isn't moving up or down fast enough for me to think that we're bleeding out Atmo. Which is pretty cool. And we do have a liquid lock here. So then, eventually what I would do is add a liquid lock and then, like, telescopes and stuff. And blaster shot and the like. But that's probably outside of the scope of what I'm working on for the stream. I'll just try to get the transit tube system finished. We're pretty close to Gunk Max. Got to keep an eye on that. Make sure it doesn't overflow, because I've already mopped up a whole lot. I don't want to have to mop up more. Fortunately, I think most of the mafic... Yeah, the mafic rock and the regolith that is in here is deep freeze frozen. It's very, very, very cold. Because it's mafic rock, mostly that was connected... So here's the temperature gradient for space. The stuff that gets meteorite struck is super hot, but this stuff has time to cool. So most of the mafic and regolith that we were digging through isn't the super hot stuff that's going to ruin the temperature of the base. But you don't want to store this stuff, because this stuff is going to be piping hot. And, you know, so some of this is like 160 Celsius, or 214 Celsius, right? And you start storing that in the base in boxes, and, well, those boxes are going to bleed out their temperature. And that won't be so fun. Yeah, some of that is hot enough to boil water. In fact, right after strikes, it's hot enough to melt most metals, which is why you need steel up here for two different reasons. One, steel is impact resistant. So, steel can take strikes from meteorites without going kaputskis, whereas all other materials that isn't like bunker tile will get destroyed. Bunker tile, bunker doors, etc. But also, steel has really high temperature tolerances, so you don't end up, you know, melting. Forget strikes, just the thermal conductivity from the regolith doesn't end up melting your stuff. So there's multiple reasons to use steel up in space. I think it's probably safe to say we are not going to have any more puddles. I believe all of the ice melt risk is done. Oh, frickin' breathing! Okay, that's enough. You guys win. They keep sucking in, because this is obviously dense oxygen due to the diffuser. They keep sucking in the oxygen here and causing some problems. So I'm going to mop up the liquid there and let the carbon dioxide go into this room, so that we don't have to keep repairing our polymer press indefinitely. Which is to say, let's not use the... Oh, if above... Oh, I said 5,000. So I'm letting the carbon dioxide get more pressure, displacing the oxygen, so that the polymer press doesn't explode. Come on, let me print plastic. Dang it. Spiffy overalls it is then. We're getting close to having the plastic for the transit tube. Sorta. I would say in the whole thing, it's like 3/4 done. Something like that. And now that all of this is carbon dioxide, I'll just turn it back on. It's entirely possible that someone vacuum sucks all the remaining oxygen in this room in, but then it will just be displaced by carbon dioxide, so it's It's fine. It is certainly getting pretty hot, though. This Wheezewort's like, can I have backup? Actually, you could. I'd have to raise the roof a little bit, but I could add more Wheezeworts in there. One thing I haven't been doing is going after all the Wheezeworts, because there's certainly a lot of Wheezeworts left on the map tile. There's this whole cold biome that I haven't touched. There's this whole cold biome that I haven't touched. There's this Wheezewort that I might as well grab. I'm like already basically at it. And then however large this cold biome is. So there's a lot more cold biomes available to me. But if I added more Wheezeworts, it's probably going to be for the ATN to make it more efficient. Probably not to try to cool down the rest of the base. Truth be told, with the amount of hydrogen that I have, it might make sense to hook up multiple ATNs. Because right now I only have the one, and I have definitely enough hydrogen gas to hook up another. And this one is not that far from the hydrogen line. Right, hydrogen line's here. I could just do a quick hop over to here to generate more cold, and then use that cold for, you know, radiant pipe air conditioning for the base, or speeding up the ore refinery, or something. I mean, the steel refinery, sorry. Something like that. Yeah, good thing it's not the Spaced Out DLC, or it would be very spicy for dupes. True, because then the Wheezeworts are radioactive, and you would need to do something about that. Oh. Didn't realize the ammo docks were out. We can fix that. We got the power now. I think in this case it's overheating just because copper ore doesn't have a high temperature tolerance. I don't really want to replace it with steel, so I'm just going to run it, damage it, keep running it. I'm not there. Once I have this transfer tube system, I don't have a lot of other demanding things that require a lot of plastic. Comfy beds, maybe some ladders. But it's not something that I'm going to need regularly, I don't think. So, it's running particularly hot now, but, you know, that's fine. Ooh. I didn't realize we got water in here. That sucks. That will certainly screw up the pitcher pump there. Man, that water really found a way down. I'm not really sure how I want to fix that, to be honest. I mean, I'd have to, like, pump out all the petroleum and filter it. Or, alternatively, just not use petroleum for a liquid lock again. Which seems to be fine, considering my gunk's about to go everywhere. And I should be careful with that phrasing, because that might mean multiple things. Is there a purpose of a liquid lock anywhere that I could use up the gunk? Because, well, I could do a space liquid lock for gunk. Why not? No, actually, here's a really bad spot. So if we're really talking about what we need for an airlock for space, it's probably going to be for jetpacks. So I'll start getting jetpack research. Generally speaking, to be able to operate in space decently. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. Because if you add jetpacks, then your dupes are like, oh, look at all this gold amalgam and copper ore and all this stuff out here. And they try to hoover it up. So then if that's the case, you have to change your storage bins to have like sweep only metals, or your duplicants will use the jetpacks and like sweep all the meat and metals out of here. But these meat and metals are like super hot and maybe shouldn't be used unless you need them or can cool them or something. So there are some cases where like jetpacks are a net negative and it's best to use just like exosuits. But either way, jetpacks, exosuits, etc., you're probably going to want some sort of dock there, whether it's exosuits or jetpacks. That's, you know, relatively up to you. But I kind of lean towards exosuits so that you don't do like automatic collection of random metals that are hot. Especially meat. The meat gets really annoying, especially given that we're bionic and we don't eat it. We don't really need spacefall meat that gets hit by meteorites, because you end up burning so much oxygen and petroleum floating around up here that it's like pretty stupid. The pitcher pump can magically filter liquid? Oh, so if I just am asking for... Well, if that's the case, how about we hit polluted water and water auto bottle? And it should suck all of the polluted water and water out of here, right? Let's see if that works. I trust you. Set that to 9 and see if we can filter it out through the pitcher pump. I didn't know that. That's pretty funny. How close are we to having the tube done? Very, very close. I have the other pitcher dumper. Oh, yeah, here. This only has water. So, should still be fine. Because I don't care about germs. So if it's polluted water, I put it here. If it's regular water, I put it there. That works fine. Although, with that said, they haven't used it at all. So I did mention, and failed to change anything, that now that there's really no liquid risk, I can probably put this back to the way it was so the dupes don't have to run a crazy roundabout route. Why are we stressed? Oh, I know why you're stressed. Why the hell are you going in? Oh, you want the gold amalgam, I'm guessing? Or the reed fiber? That's a lot of reed fibers. Just like chilling there. I guess I'll sweep that. There. Going into liquid. Yeah, that makes sense. The polymer press. Okay, fine. Fine. Material. Make a steel. It broke itself. I relent. I will rebuild it. I'm like slowly populating the entire world full of like shine bugs. I haven't checked in a while, but light overlay? Yeah, there's like shine bugs everywhere. Accidental rancher. Well, the bottle emptier for polluted water really doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if I can, like, emergency it. It's possible this piston pump is just not gonna pump out the polluted water. Because even as an emergency, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh no, there we go. I pulled some of the polluted water out. And now the only liquid available is petroleum. But yeah, it did filter it. You're right. That's neat. Well, my steel polymer press is going full tilt now. And we only really need like 2 more presses and the plastic's done. The end goal of the stream, I guess. It might be a good idea to like... to clear some of this water. Because like... given time, the amount of polluted oxygen it's going to generate is going to be a little silly. But the ice is going to keep melting, so maybe I won't bother mopping that. I'll mop this, because this outgasses to the rest of the base pretty easily, whereas this kind of gets trapped a little bit. So the next tier research is the virtual planetarium. It takes research modules, databanks rather, from space expeditions and turns it into the highest tier research. So if you open up the map menu here, up until now we've been doing novice and advanced, but there is now interstellar research. So the first rockets that you get, you don't need interstellar research for, because obviously chicken before the egg, or egg before the chicken, either way. But eventually, you'll need to go on space missions to grind away interstellar research using the virtual planetariums, which also requires the space scanners, and with the space scanners, probably blaster shot or bunker doors, some sort of method to protect you from space impacts. Yeah, this is going to be stressful for you guys, isn't it? Sucks to be you guys. Glad I'm not a dupe sitting in piss water in freezing cold temperatures. I think I would be upset. Cheers. And the exit tube is almost done. Oh man, the amount of stress added is rough. I don't know why I made this like a side goal to clean up all the liquid. But there we go. I think we have it. We've got a transit 2 path all the way to the top. The final goal of the stream for whatever reason. So Kellyan, let's have you get up there. Thump. And this is where I am going to end for the stream. Ready, if I continue, to start working our way to space. So here's our colony in all of its in glory. I wouldn't say it's all that glorious. And just to do a quick review, we've got natural gas generators, we've got petroleum generators, we've got backup coal, we've got our power grid spine. Oops, wrong overlay. Power grid spine here. Bunch of the power banks to be recharged, where we've been really good at blowing up batteries. Like, I'm the best at blowing up batteries. Research room, triage cot hospital, one barracks, sort of a private barracks, oil refinery, and some water filtration, I guess. We've got a natural gas and hydrogen vent tapped, metal refinery with the AATN setup. And then way down here, we have a little bit of oil pumping. There's not much going on down there with like a suit dock. That's been making oxygen for honestly no reason at all. And then the transit tube all the way up to the Gravitas space area. So I think that about wraps up tour of the base and where I will end. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Bionic Booster Pack DLC Marathon, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I asked for no backseating, and also feedback cannot be incorporated because the entire series was already streamed once as a marathon. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow duplicants.